Hello there, and thank you for watching my video. You're about to see a very bad asphalt roof. The customer has decided to have the complete roof stripped, insulated and replaced using EPDM. If you just see now, you can see large air bubbles that have formed under the asphalt and distorted the asphalt quite considerably. On this rear elevation, just where this gentleman is standing now, someone has put some felt over the top, but that's really made the problem worse because the water is actually getting underneath that felt and still getting into the roof. You can see here that there is a tank on the roof, and although you're not supposed to drink from water from a tank like this, you may be cleaning your teeth, etc. You can see the condition of this. It's all mouldy, there's rot, it's in a really bad condition. This area here is a small skylight leading down to the stairwell below. So we've had a tin roof placed over the top of this and scaffolding put around for health and safety reasons, and we're going to now start to completely strip the surface, exposing the existing decking. Obviously at this stage we don't know the extent of any damage that there may be to the decking, but once we've got it completely stripped, we'll be able to assess this. Having a tin roof over the top of a re-roof is an expense, but on this particular job you'll see why we did it, because we knew that this roof was not going to be straightforward and that we wouldn't be able to get it stripped and recovered in a very short period of time. Now you can see here that we are lifting and separating the asphalt from the existing decking, and it comes up relatively easy if it has been laid correctly. Now sometimes contractors who lay asphalt roofs and felt roofs don't lay it correctly, and they don't lay it on a separating layer, such as you can see here. There is looks like a material. You can just see it in the bottom right hand side of the video here. This is a felt layer that's laid down first, then the asphalt, or if it was a mineral felt, would be laid on a material similar to that, which makes it easy to be stripped at a later date. If it hasn't been laid on a separation material, then it bonds so well to the decking that stripping becomes a real problem. When we are removing the old asphalt, we start to expose the decking. At this point we can start to assess what parts need to be replaced and what parts can stay. Now obviously here this is quite rotten, so it's going to need to be taken out. We've got to the point now where we've got the old asphalt roof covering off of the decking, and we've exposed all the rotted areas, so now we can start making plans for replacing the decking. Here we're going to have to replace some of the supportive joists as well, especially around the tank area. Unfortunately I haven't got any photos or video of the replacement of the decking or the supportive timbers, but we replaced around about 15 square meters of decking and 25 to 30 meters of 8x2 joists. The joists were bolted to the existing joists just to beef them up, and as I said before, especially around this tank area, because there's a little bit of weight here. We'll move on now to the insulation and the fitting of the EPDM rubber roofing, and you'll see the makeup of the tank and how we form this using the insulation. So here you can see that the job's progressed on a little bit. We've got the insulation down with the decking on top. I'll explain all that to you very shortly. It should become quite clear. And we've got the majority of the EPDM down, but all the work on the EPDM really is on doing the edges. So as you can see here, the tank area has been built, and as I lift it up you'll see that the insulation is quite thick, and even the lid, which should be, is insulated. All the timber that we are using here is pre-treated, and the sterling board, and for those of you who don't know what sterling board is, ply and sterling board. We don't use ply on roofs these days, we use sterling board because the British standard is far better. You'll see in the distance just there's some more leftover insulation, and as I come across here I'll show you the insulation with the sterling board. This piece here you can see there's 9mm of sterling board bonded to the surface. You've got 120mm of insulation, and on the bottom you've got a foil which is the vapor control barrier, and I'll explain that to you later as well. But basically this goes down over the top of the existing decking if the existing decking is in good condition. So what we did, we repaired the existing decking and then we screwed this down to it, making sure that lots of fixings going into the joists, not just into the decking. So now I'm going to take you to pretty much the finished roof. I want you to note that the roof looks a lot more streamlined. There was a ridge running down the centre and a couple more hatches on this left hand side, but we've been able to build those out because of the height of the insulation. And as you can see, the skylight and the tank area look an awful lot nicer now as well. You're looking at an EPDM roofing system which comes with a 20-year insurance backed guarantee. This front fascia is all one and the same, wraps right the way around, so there's going to be no problems in the future with that fascia whatsoever. The skylight is now double glazed with polycarbonate and is also openable so that they can get ventilation inside. This tank area is fully insulated. We just got a couple of hinges to put on there and a couple of bolts to stop the wind from lifting it off. And as you can see here, apart from a good clean and a wash down and to remove the scaffolding, we're pretty much finished. So thank you very much for looking at my video. If there's any more information that you would like, please don't hesitate to give me a phone call. My numbers and my email will come up afterwards. My name is Stephen Dickinson and this video was made for London Flat Roofing. Thank you.